The first and the flesh, get it started, It's Friday and it's Friday.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
This is the one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
I've got boxes on boxes, wattage for days when the moon won't do. I'll shine in its place, so you can find your way. Another light bulb at your face. I caught lightning in a mason jar, shining with the power of 1,000 stars. Lightning in a mason jar, see it from wherever you are. If your thoughts high up in the mountain tops, I'll leave the light on, and I'll leave the light on. You can come home right now. I'll leave the light on.
Bulls Radio Lounge, Bull the Bartender Show. Welcome everybody to the show. Matt the Savior's on the phone. What's going on, my friend?
How are you?
He's joined the show live from his 25-foot bunker, as long as I am too, amongst this whole COVID,
Separate bunkers.
separate bunkers. Yeah, we don't stay in the same bunker, mind you.
We just both happen to be 25 feet in the ground.
Yeah. That'd be sort of weird.
Yeah.
So November 8th, 2020, welcome to the Social Reload Show. It's a brand new show, episode 2. I got the numbers back the other day, and this is probably like number 5th ranked in the world on YouTube.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's not bad. I mean, we're doing something good here.
Okay, well, let's go.
Number 5th ranked on YouTube in the world.
Let's go.
So welcome to the world famous Social Reload Show.
The world famous. I
The
love
world
it.
famous.
What do you think of the new intro,
Dude,
people?
once I get some of these video projects done, I'm going to make, I don't know, I may start tomorrow. I'm going to make a new intro with that song on there. That is
You
phenomenal.
like that?
Yeah, man. That just, when I first heard it, it's sort of strange how everything gets dropped like 20 minutes before the show starts,
Right.
So I'm frantically trying to come over here and try to put this shit together, try to email myself to do this, do that, because I have everything all right, and all of a sudden this guy comes, hey, I got a new show intro. I'm like, well, fuck. Because I texted you earlier, and I'm like, hey, look, do you have anything, that we need to talk about, like 10 o'clock this morning or something like that?
I don't even know.
Yeah, you don't even know. So I was like, oh, yeah, we're cool.
I told you I'm flaky.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, here I come.
Yeah.
Here I come for I was trying to make up for the $1,000 credit. You know what I mean? That beat right there, the intro cost about $1,500, $1,700. So I mean, we'll just call it even.
Oh yeah, well, not that the show costs about $300 an hour to do. But
Well,
it's all right.
it's
Yeah, we're not
running total. We're chipping away at it. How about
Right.
that? I'll get you an image next time
Oh,
to make up
thanks.
the other grand, and then
Right.
we'll just keep doing this
Because you're
stuff.
supposed to have the image already ready for us, because you said that you have the image ready for
I
us.
thought we did. You know
I-
that.
I don't
We
know
gotta
what
figure
happened.
out- we got to figure out that Google Drive from way back, 10 years ago.
I
or
wouldn't even know
whatever.
how to enter the Google Drive.
I know, and I'm sure it's just sitting there collecting cosmic dust, like I said.
That's like so washed up. I don't even know what happened.
There's a really cool intro that I made way back 10 years ago in there.
Has it been
there's
10 years
images.
ago? My goodness.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just rounding up.
Gotcha.
It's been a while.
10 years.
It might
Man,
be.
I don't. Wow, 10 years. I don't even. Man,
It really might be 10 years ago.
that was a long time ago. 10 years.
It really, yeah. It feels like a lifetime ago, and yet it feels like yesterday too. Like
Yeah,
I really
it
thought I
does.
had that stuff in my hard drive. I'm over here looking for it.
How many hours does it take to look
I just
for
gave
it?
up and made something new.
It's always good to have something new. It's kind of hard to revamp the revamp,
Oh yeah,
So-
but I mean, I feel like I kind of captured the essence of the old.
You did.
Here, let's let him hear it real quick. Play it
Oh,
one
you
more
want to
time.
do?
for him. Yeah.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let me reprogram the show. to meet your needs.
You don't have it set to a button? That's what I would do first thing.
I would love to if I had the program. That's about $500 right there. I'm barely holding on to the, the hamsters and the roaches that are
brother.
holding this goddamn thing together to begin with.
I got you, brother. I'm gonna build you an app. We got that. There we go. Shipping away at that running total. I told you. I'm gonna build you an app.
Here is the brand new intro that Matt the Savior. He actually did his, where his name serves him justice. He saved the show by coming with the intro at like the last minute. We're so very proud of him.
You should hang it on the fridge.
See, I'm thinking right here that I could probably pop in like a couple different images, and just sort of like
sure, yeah.
like the Hindenburg kind of falling off.
That's
Yeah,
that was the quote right there.
It's Friday and it's crazy.
all the humanity.
All the humanity.
To join with you today.
And then we got some MOK right there.
Will go down
Gotta love him. Okay.
in history
Got it.
as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
That's really great, though. It just sort of drops off at the end, but that's really great. So,
yeah. Well, I figure that would be our cue into the show and that kind of thing, or however you want to do it. But there you go.
Absolutely. I mean, that's.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I like it. I think it's really good. It's
appreciate
really
it.
fantastic.
I appreciate it. But anyway, how you been doing, man? This has been a crazy week, huh? With the election and
Yeah, that's
all
another thing.
that.
I didn't know if you were up to talking about something like that, because that was sort of on the agenda. I know. Well, I've got a couple different things. One, a New Mexico woman is suspected of killing the grandfather, right? But hiding the body in a very specific spot that probably you wouldn't think of, to be honest with you.
I mean, I didn't hear about this. So
Yeah.
I can't even begin to speculate.
And then listen, the next story that I had after that was that if you're having a funeral, right? This might be the most easiest and most least expensive to have this sort of situation done without having to pay for it.
Oh, come on. What? No,
No,
I can't. I just can't. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happened.
My
in
mind is
Orlando.
yeah, I know we gotta wait, but my mind is already racing. Like I want.
Like this is probably the easiest. And no offense to the family, but this is probably the easiest way to capture or to play out this sort of funeral
Scenario.
technique, with a free of charge basically. And we'll get
Okay.
into that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get into that for
so-
sure. My interest is peaked for sure.
I'm sure it has. So Joe Biden, he is now the president elect, right?
So no, last I saw, it's still just projected.
What do you mean projected?
That's the last I saw. I don't think is it official?
Yeah, it's official. Official yesterday.
Oh well.
Where have you been?
I live under a rock. I'm 25 feet in the ground, as a matter of fact.
He already
I don't
did
get
his-
very good. I don't get internet down here.
Oh, he already did his acceptance speech too.
Ah, son of a bitch. Well, it is what it is.
I just like his little, because I don't vote, but because they're all a bunch of morons. But I like the last little tagline. He goes, my granddad used to say, little Joey, keep the faith, as he's walking out the door. And then, I don't know what that means, and then his grandmother said, Joey, spread the faith. And I'm like, all right, I still don't know what that means. How do you spread faith?
Well, I mean, if you were,
When we've done it together,
This is him. Let's
on
see.
Eagle's wings,
I'm trying to find that
can
last
be.
part.
a nation united. And our grandmother, when she was alive, she
There he
yelled,
goes.
but anything we've tried, we've not been able to do. So remember,
Mind you, he's having a acceptance speech rally in a field, right, with a bunch of cars, like it's the drive-through, theater.
oh, like the drive-in theater.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and they're honking every time he makes a pause in his speech.
my grandpop, our grandpop, used
This is what his grandpa. He said, "Grandpa, then Grandpappy."
to say when I walked out of his home,
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, there's never been anything we've tried we've not been able to do. So remember,
That's besides
hear
the
it, yeah.
obvious. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We elected Trump. That's sort of obvious,
as
Mm-hmm.
my our grandpappy said,
See, he's a grandpappy. He always forgets where I wonder.
He's not sure what he called him.
You think he's high?
No, I think he's senile.
You think so? He's not taking
Yeah.
any pills or nothing like that?
I mean, I assume he's on all kinds of. He's probably got one of those Monday through Sunday pill gimmicks, that you fill up.
You think the Secret
At
Service
the beginning of the week.
sort of attached him to the podium?
I think
so
somebody's down there. Yeah, somebody's down there holding him up, got their hand up his ass, and just moving the mouth.
Sam and I walked out of his home when I was a kid up in Scranton. He said, Joey, keep the faith.
Now, again, how do you keep the faith?
Well, you stay in the faith. You stay believing.
And our grandmother, when she was alive, she yelled, no, Joey, spread it. Spread the faith. God love you all. May God bless America, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
God, he looks so frail, doesn't he? He looks like a
Yeah. Oh,
frail
yeah.
90-year-old.
Victory for we the people. We've won with the most votes ever cast on presidential ticket in the history of the nation.
All right, so Joe Biden is the new president-elect, which means that Trump has to January,
congratulations.
to move out basically and give up the key. And do you think it's in those talks? Because I've seen Obama and Trump sort of how do you say it? Sort of give up the key, I guess, to Trump. Do you never seen those videos?
No, I don't pay attention to this.
Where they walk out of the White House and they're sort of shaking each other's hands, and they're like,
Oh,
yeah.
sure, yeah. All
Here's the new president. Here's your house.
Symbolically, here's the keys.
Yeah,
to the
kiss my
castle or
ass
whatever.
type of thing. And do you think it's sort of a National Lampoon's type gimmick to where, as
I
they're
think it's gonna be.
sort of walking out, he's like, kiss my ass, kiss your ass.
I swear to God, I don't know. Trump might pay somebody to hand him the keys.
You think
instead
so?
of doing it. Yeah,
Do
I
you think
don't
he's
know.
too much of a arrogant guy to sit there and hand Joe Biden the keys?
Nah,
to
you're right. You're right. He'll do right by him.
You think so?
He'll put on the show. Why not?
I mean, he is sort of an ego type of guy. So
Well, and he knows it would hurt the ego. So
yeah,
it wouldn't. Okay, it's gonna hurt the ego to pass the keys over to somebody like Biden,
that's
or just to pass the keys over. Period. It's gonna hurt the ego, but it hurts the image if he were to, like I say, pay somebody to go do it for him, because then the people are like, oh, look, he's so
he's a pussy.
arrogant, he's so egotistical that
Yeah.
he couldn't do it himself. So he knows that'll hurt more, and he'll do it, and he'll make
Yeah.
a show out of it. Everything will be fine.
And I bet you
But-
he'll be like, you son of a bitch, you asshole.
He's suing though, isn't he?
Oh, he's suing a couple different states for voter fraud.
Right.
Even Giuliani is involved with it now too.
I know, isn't that funny?
That I haven't seen him in years, since I think 9/11, wasn't it?
Well, no, there was that. We just saw him over this COVID stuff, talking about talking about this COVID stuff.
I didn't pay
thought.
attention to that mess.
Yeah. I think so.
I didn't pay. That is, it reminds me, because I had a conversation with my dad the other day about this whole thing, and he called me up, or I called him, said see what's up, and he was like shot out of a cannon about this whole COVID thing, like
Oh, really?
oh yeah, like I've never seen him like this before.
What's his opinion?
Oh, like the world is not, everybody's. Well, you gotta remember that he's sort of old government. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
he's like, the government's my friend, and
Yeah.
the government do no wrong and whatever. And,
Sure.
and I'm trying to not kind of persuade him, but just sort of like, hey, look, there's a bigger picture of this whole COVID thing and the government thing than what you probably think. And then he's like, well, all these new cases are starting up, and I'm like, well, there is another Iggy to that too, because
Right.
when you go in and you sign your name to the paperwork, that's a case, and more people are getting tested. But then, I try to explain to him the positive, the negative, blah blah blah, a whole lot, whole 9 yards. He wasn't hearing it. He was just shot out of a cannon, like, this whole thing is like coming to a second wave, and we're all gonna die, and we're all gonna look like zombies coming out of this thing, and it's just gonna
I
be a
don't
whole
know, man.
nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I think there's gonna be a second wave.
You think so?
Yeah,
Or do you think that people are just hyping up the hype?
and that too, and that's and so you still got to take it with a grain because it's they're gonna be overworking the work, as you like to say.
Yeah.
And like I was saying on the last show, there's going to be all kinds of false positives with people coming in with the flu or
Right.
allergies because of allergy seasons and things like that. And everybody's going to be like, oh, you've got the COVID, and really you just got a cold or whatever. But everybody just is so sensitive.
you sneeze and everybody moves back 10 feet. Like
Well, I mean, you feel so guilty even like with a mask on or something in a store, and you go to cough because you're a smoker or whatever.
Yeah.
You do this little pop cough thing that smokers get,
Right.
and people will look at you like you're a damn witch, that just sacrificed a baby in front of the grocery
Yeah.
store, and you're just like, holy cow, man.
Like,
Like, no, that's the good weed. You know what I mean? I was just toking on my way in here. So I had
don't worry
had to
about
let that out, But yeah, everybody's freaking out, and I think it gets worse before it gets better. I can't believe it's gone on this long, and
I can't believe that it's I think it's going to go away like 2020 or 2021. I think
I
it's
can't
gonna,
believe that we're still talking about it.
Well,
I can't believe that this is still a thing.
It is, because everybody is making it into and again, I understand that it's a sensitive subject, and I understand everybody is
Because everybody's got an opinion on it. Don't they?
and everybody is like almost like you talk to some people about it, like you try to have like an adult conversation about it, and they get so freaked out, and so I just lost a friend that was a close friend, blah 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 to the COVID thing, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry for your loss, but don't sit there and be all pissy about it. I mean, it's listen, I understand it's a
people
real
die,
thing.
fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a real thing. I've never said that. But everybody's saying exactly what I said when this whole thing started. Everybody's tired of the mask. Everybody is tired of talking about COVID. Everybody has did this, and it's like, listen, when I was talking about this, like when it first happened in what was it, February or March, right? Everybody thought that I was crazy. I was nuts. I was insane. But they're doing exactly the same thing as what I said. They're going to get tired of the mask. There's going to be, anxiety happening because nobody knows what's going on. And that's the problem. Everybody wants a cure. They want it now. But then again, it's like you don't even know if the cure is going to work or if it's going to be an actual cure.
Right.
Even with Biden, he has this whole big, 2021 cure that's going to happen, and part of his plan, and he's going to bring back Obamacare and stuff like that, and all this other crazy bullshit,
Right.
So I don't know. I just, to me, it's now become more of annoying as a topic of conversation because it's like,
Well, it's kind of become like when you try to have a conversation about politics or religion with somebody at this point, because everybody's got the opposite opinion of you, no matter what. No matter what, like one day they'll be talking to some friend, and I guarantee you they have the same attitude as you right now.
Yeah.
But then you go and you bring them that kind of an attitude, and they want to be devil's advocate,
Right,
and
and they
pop the other side right in your face, or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, come on, people, we can't be doing this.
And the thing is it's not that big of a deal, If like for example, if Trump or Biden, or let's say, well, Biden's in the office now, but if one of those two characters won either way, like Trump won again, right? All right, what are you gonna do? They're still the president.
What's the plan?
Right. What? No, I'm saying as you as a person, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to go crazy because are you going to go, try to impeach the person because you don't like him? They try to do that. Nancy Pelosi tried to do that.
Right.
She tried to impeach him because she didn't like him.
Right.
But it's just
Are you asking me if I would personally want him impeached because I don't like Biden?
Well, anybody. No. I mean, it's anybody's game at this point, I think, because.
No, at this point, he's got to prove himself, and if he can't, then then we're talking about impeachment.
Well, I mean, people hated him. They hated him from the beginning.
I don't care for him.
I thought
for Biden, I don't care for him.
No, I'm talking about Trump.
Oh, Trump?
Yeah, Trump. They didn't like Trump.
I mean, I didn't like Trump.
No.
No.
I mean, I didn't.
And my vote, so my vote this time around, like I feel like I said this to you before too.
Mm-hmm.
My vote this time around was not, it was for Trump, but it wasn't for Trump. It was just against Biden. Like I really just didn't like Biden.
You didn't want Biden, but you didn't like Trump.
I didn't like Trump. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, when Trump was originally running, I thought it was a damn joke. I thought it was a joke.
I mean, well, just imagine just being.
I thought it
that-
was just for some. I was like, oh, so they're like guaranteeing a spot for Hillary or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like,
Do you-
you know, that was me. That was I thought that we were seeing them basically forcing
now.
everybody to vote for Hillary,
Now, what do you
and
think?
then,
of
and then Hillary turned out to be disgusting or whatever, and nobody liked her.
because she's ruthless.
And then Trump won, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell?
do you
you
think?
know.
Do you think the Clintons are sort of like these people who are sort of ruthless,
I liked
And-
Bill.
and they will get whatever? I'm sure Hillary is the one who's running that ship.
Oh,
with
I
Clinton.
know. I say that too. I'm pretty sure she's the one wearing the pants in that relationship.
yeah,
'cause
like-
he's too cool and laid back and plays the saxophone and smokes weed
Yeah.
and gets blowjobs in the office. Like this guy is he's I feel like he'd be super cool to go have a drink with.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
so too. Hi, I'm Bill
so
Clinton.
I liked Bill.
You like
Huh?
Bill Clinton? He didn't really
Yeah,
do anything.
I liked him. Well, right, he didn't have to. He got to ride the wave of like a really booming economy and stuff.
Yeah,
and
he was-
he got looked at as like this great president because he rode the wave of like this great, the stuff that the previous
right.
people had already set up.
Right, and that's the thing that Belly and I had this conversation on his show, and I brought up the same conversation or the same question was that, out of all these these Trump haters and stuff like that, talking about Trump this and Trump that and blah blah blah, and I'm not defending Trump because, like I said, I don't like him, I don't care for him, but nobody. By the way, what is that noise in the background?
Probably my fan.
Oh, okay, all right. I
I
kept
have
on
a
hearing.
ceiling fan in the bunker
And
because
I'm
it gets real hot down here.
Does it really? Oh, okay.
It also gets really cold sometimes, but different story.
No central air and heat down there.
Oh no, you can't. It'd
Oh.
be too it'd be too toxic.
Too
And how-
expensive.
Yeah, it'd be too toxic. I don't like Freon and stuff.
No, gotcha. You're a naturalist. I
Yeah,
understand that.
I'm over here, no deodorant, no underwear.
Oh, wow.
You know
that
how I
must,
do.
that must smell nice.
Hey, well, I mean, you remember how it was back when we were in a unified studio. I mean,
Yeah.
just thank you, COVID.
I had
right?
I had the air on, so
It was much better though.
yeah, air fresheners, other
Right.
scents that are going on in the room,
Right.
that's
We had a rule. I had to bathe 3 times during the show.
yeah, the people signed a petition that you had to sign that you had to bathe.
Right. So we built a shower in the studio and stuff. It was good times. But thank you, COVID. Right now I can be myself and you don't
Yeah,
have to
just
smell
let
me.
it
It's
all hang
awesome.
out,
Yeah.
But no, and I was asking Belly, I'm like, out of all these texts that he puts out, all these tweets that he puts out, all the stuff he does on TV, you don't really know the guy personally. So how do you judge a
We talking
person?
about Trumpy?
Yeah, how do you judge a person based on what you see on TV?
Oh, well,
Because-
I think that Trump's true colors show.
But then again, that's all you see on TV, though. You don't see him in person. He may be a totally different guy in person.
I mean, he's gonna be not so turned on, like, you know what I mean. He's not gonna be so.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying
But I
is,
mean, I think that we know. I think you pretty much can say I know how Trump thinks or would
And-
behave.
and
or-
how
or
do you
this
say
kind of thing.
that if you don't know the guy?
Just through his demeanor, like
It's like- it's
the
like me telling
yeah, the
you-
same.
But it's
Go
like
ahead.
me telling you that, you're a dumbass when you've got all the credentials to say that you're quite intelligent, even more intelligent than I am.
Credentials don't mean shit, bro.
Well, yeah,
credentials-
but I mean, what you do and stuff. Like if I see you on TV and I go, "Oh, you're a dumbass," well, I don't know you personally.
I mean,
You
that's
know?
true.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how you are. I mean, I know how you are in your own house, but I mean, I don't know how you are. If I never knew you, that would be,
Well,
foreshadowing.
yeah, of course, there's things that we don't know,
and that's
but,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. People
Yeah.
that hate Trump, that's what they do. They're like, hey, Trump is this guy and this guy. He's a dick. He's a this and this. I'm like, but you don't know the guy. You don't know how he is in his real life. He might be walking around the White House, nothing but his boxers on. Just kind of chilling out, smoking some weed. Who cares?
I mean, the people would, but
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't care.
Could you imagine Trump coming out with a big old joint in his hand
Oh yes,
and his boxers and a wife beater shirt on?
I would hate that though. You gotta look presidential.
That would be funny as hell, though.
But it would be funny. But yeah, no, you gotta look president. You gotta look the part for sure. He would have immediately been impeached for something like that, and people would have shunned his name for life or forever. Like he would have been known as that bum.
That
that
bum,
that took up presidency for
the
for a
guy
couple
who was
weeks.
just relaxing in his own house.
Right. Well, if he came out to do like a press conference, I thought you
Well,
were
no,
talking
that's
about
different. Yeah, but I mean, like if he just came out, just hey, it's
like to wave on his front lawn or something. Like
7 a.m. in the morning, and he's
he
got like
goes and gets the newspaper. He's just wearing nothing but a white beater.
yeah, white beater,
The-
boxers with a robe. He's got a joint in his hand, just smoking out with a coffee
with
and
a
stuff.
with
you
a
know?
coffee
Yeah.
coffee cup that says like world's best president. Or
Right,
something.
exactly. You know? Number one president, Trump. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be funny as hell to see that. You know, that'd
His
actually
coffee
put more.
cup probably has his face on it. Honestly,
I would probably that'd be the work right there. I would vote for him just for that. If he would
just to see that.
if he would have came out, he would have got my vote like that. You know what I mean?
Every morning, you've got to come get your own paper
Right.
in your boxers
Right.
with a robe on, some slippies.
Well,
you
I'm
know,
sure.
little-
I'm sure the
little fuzzy
secret.
ones.
Yeah, I'm sure the Secret Service is already checked out the paper before it even got. To the
Oh
front.
yeah. He can't get. He doesn't walk outside.
There was Obama did or actually no, not Obama. Well, Obama was in it, but Jerry Seinfeld did a skit with Obama. Right? It was what was it called? Coffee with Cars.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it is.
Driving in cars with
car-
comedians or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like
Well, he did
coffee.
one with Obama. He actually drove to the White House, and at the whole thing was funnier than hell, right?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was good.
And then at the end, he goes, Obama's like, "Hey guys, Jerry's gonna come knock on the window, right, outside the Oval Office, but don't shoot him. He's a really good friend of mine." And I'm like, "That's awesome.
Yeah,
How
it's
can you
pretty
sit there
funny,
and
yeah.
walk up to the White House? You got to get like your governor approval to do that, to get a tour.
Is that
of
right?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
You gotta send a letter off to your state's governor to get a seat to go tour the White House.
Okay,
That's
that's
that-
pretty impressive. I
that's
guess.
how locked down it is. I wonder
Well,
if he
for
gets
sure,
like
yeah.
Uber Eats. You think he gets Uber Eats?
It probably gets dropped off at the security station.
10 blocks
And-
back.
Yeah, 10 blocks away. That has a car that drives up and gives it to him. Yeah.
Gosh, this guy is going to be holding the what's his name? Joe Biden's going to be holding the nuclear football and the nuclear codes.
Let's not talk about that. Let's just leave that one alone. Luckily, he's not going to have.
He's going to access to all of our nuclear arms.
Yeah, but they're not going to let him touch it. It takes other people. They're going to be like, hold on now.
You think if he's playing the
Hold
little,
on now, Slow Joe. we don't want your finger anywhere near that button. It might accidentally. You might start sniffing it or something,
Yeah,
and then it'll go off.
he's probably got the little tablet, little phone thing in his pocket, and he's probably like jiggling it, kind of looking at it, kind of flipping it
Yeah.
open a little bit.
What's
And Secret
this
Service
button
guy
do?
comes up to him and goes, "Hey Joe, put it back in your pocket, buddy. You're all right. Don't worry about it. Keep on smoking that weed. You're all right. Keep the faith,
Your
Joey."
butt- he does. He doesn't smoke weed.
You don't think so?
No,
He's very Christian, I think.
he's definitely very Christian.
Yeah, he's very, very Christian. You think? All right. Here's a question. It's been said that Trump is the Antichrist, right? So here's my theory, and I want to see what you think. If Trump,
If he was,
okay, so if Obama set up to where, because before Obama it was just politicians being in office, right, being president. So Obama sort of set the standard of sort of a I guess you would say, white, older male being a politician. You know what I mean?
okay, right,
Or being
sure.
president. Okay, Obama was like the
Well,
first.
not necessarily standard. He was a special case, I would say, though.
Well, he was beyond the norm because he was
Right.
African American and stuff like that. Now come to Trump, where he's sort of not, I guess, as I could see on the television, not very political, if you will, but I'm sure that he's political, in his parties and stuff like that. But my point is that Trump has been a guy that's sort of like a nonsensical, very outlandish president, for our time. So when Joe Biden comes in, and he's political, but he's also very church-going, very Christian-y type of person.
right.
Do you think that would cause a problem nowadays? Because, I'm assuming he's probably going to want like the church and state brought back in and, praying and all that other stuff that, the kids used to do and stuff like that. And now with him being in there, I mean, I think a lot of it's going to change, especially with
know.
Obama sort of, revving up his, sphincter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can get on board with that.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
think. I don't think he'll
Do you
go
think
back.
Biden's the true Antichrist?
No,
You don't think so?
no. I don't think there is one. I I think we got a lot of variables in that statement, and I think that if Trump were
Uh-huh.
the Antichrist, like as people want to say and stuff like that, then he would not have allowed this to be a loss. And when he did lose, he would have turned into the devil and started consuming souls.
Well, what happens
Uh,
if Biden does that? He
What
sprouts out
happens if
little
Biden-
horns, like little micro little goat horns. And then he turns into like Hellboy or something like that.
Hellboy was good though.
That was good. I didn't
No,
like,
I just mean he was a good guy. He wasn't a bad guy.
well, yeah, he was a good guy, but then he was born to be bad. But
He was born to be bad.
born to
but
be
he-
bad to the bone.
Bad to
Um,
the bone. But he was good. He
Yeah,
didn't
but
like
he was
being
good.
bad.
He fought evil, even though that was sort of
He fought the good fight.
yeah. He was evil, but he was fighting evil.
Yeah, he was doing the Lord's work.
That I don't know. Biden just sort of to me just seems like a very creepy guy.
He
You know, like-
definitely exactly.
Like I think it
But
was
see,
in,
like I said before, my information is very media driven.
yeah. Well, everybody
and I
is,
see him.
yeah.
I see him sniffing people and putting his wife's finger in his mouth and stuff because
What?
she was pointing. Yeah, you didn't see this
No,
clip.
I did not.
Oh, it was so funny. So they're doing some rally thing or whatever. He's up on stage and his wife is talking, or some female. I was told it was his wife. I can't
Yeah.
be whatever hearsay.
Could be some other
But-
female.
Could be some random female that's in his party or something, and is like talking, and she's talking with her arms real big, and her arms are out, and she's like got one hand pointing, like just kind of pointing off to the side with her arms out, if you can imagine.
Okay.
And the finger gets in front of Slow Joe's mouth, and he wasn't very slow on this one. He immediately opens his mouth and puts the finger in. Like he just kind of like leans forward and puts the finger in his mouth, and he just and then like, and she goes, "Oh, Joe," like this, to me, pulls it away immediately. And
She
he
was
just kinda,
shocked. She
like
was
is
like, "Hey."
he's grinning all creepy, like like yeah.
He was trying to
put
pull a
finger-
fast one on her. That's why.
Why would you do that in front of thousands of people?
I-
You're on TV already being called a creep for sniffing people.
Maybe he was trying to get a rise out of her. Maybe like in the back door areas that he was like, "Hey, we're gonna
Good
go back
God.
here and I'm gonna give you
He's
the
like,
I'm gonna give you the presidential treatment."
I'm gonna give you the presidential treatment.
Hey, I'm
just,
not
just
president
make sure your
yet.
finger gets within a few inches of my mouth. All right, I'll do the rest. Just
He was like, yo, Mrs. Biden, that wasn't supposed to happen right there on national TV, but if you want to do it, we'll do it right here.
yeah, let's go, babe. Pop behind this podium real quick.
See all those horns honking half to death,
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I always wondered too, like they always wear that American flag lapel pin,
Okay.
So, and it's always in the same spot, no matter what, right? On the left-hand side, right there in the middle of his jacket, right?
3 1/4 inches to the left.
Yeah, so that's how far his finger went too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly.
So my question is that I wonder if that's sort of like a GPS tracker for the president, like that sort of like it looks like an American lapel pin, but it really is it's a tracker. That way you put the suit on, like you can go outside
I'd
in
like
your
to think that that's true. Yes.
yeah, you can go outside in your robe and drink your coffee and smoke your joint and everything like that, get your paper. But when you go traveling, you put this jacket on that's like bullet resistant Kevlar, you got to have the lapel pin because that's going to tell us where we're at,
Right.
And
I have a
what-
question for you.
oh Lord.
I know, right? So some of the worst things ever have started off that way.
Yeah, I know,
So
right?
I have a question for you.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
Marijuana becomes legal everywhere, and it's treated like alcohol.
Absolutely.
No, hold on. This
Oh,
isn't
sorry.
the question. So this happens because it's inevitable.
Yes.
Do you mind if your president has a beverage at like a dinner function or things like this?
I would
sip
think
it on
that
some
he was-
brandy.
I would think that is really cool.
You would think it's cool if your president smoked weed?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Why not? I mean, what kind of a look? I mean, in our time right now, like probably like in the 90s, it might have been a little bit different, But
Okay.
as of right now, in our times, we have 2020. We have massive amount of forest fires. We have this stupid COVID thing going on. We have everything else that's been going on this whole year. Who gives a rat's ass if the president comes out there and smokes marijuana and drinks some brandy? You know what? If your ass is that puckered because the president did that, and you got, oh my God, my judgment's going to change because of that, then you need to
Your
wake
judgment
up.
does change because of that. I'm not saying for the
you-
worse. I'm not saying for the worse.
But why? Why are you going to judge the person? What's the difference between that guy doing it and some other Joe Schmo doing it? Just because he has
No,
a
I know. That's
president moniker?
exactly my question. That's exactly my question, because in my mind, I'm conflicted, and you know me, I have no problem.
Yeah, I'm not.
I have no problem
I'm like,
with it.
go for it. Do your thing.
But I'm conflicted. I don't know.
I mean, hey, Secret Service, you want to smoke too? Let's go. We all get.
Now they're not as alert.
Listen, at 9:00 at night, right, in the White House, when they're sitting there chilling after work, I'm sure there's not a lot going on.
After work, sure.
When the White House closes down and they're all just sort of chilling out and just
Well,
relaxing.
no, there is no. They're all just sitting there chilling out. They would change shifts. There's always going to be Secret Service on
right.
duty,
But I'm just saying,
active and awake and ready
Right.
for anything.
in general terms, these guys, if they've got to take a break sometime, so they're probably just hanging out with the president, just kind of chilling out with there. And hey, look, somebody brings a joint, let's smoke. Who's going to
Sure.
care? What are they going to say? Now, mind you, there's probably those little Washington spooks that are in there, like the reporters and all that stuff like that don't go away,
Oh, all the time,
and
right?
they go,
yeah.
oh my God, you see this? The president is smoking a joint. What are we going to do?
I think in the early times of it, yeah, that'll be a thing. But I think eventually it's inevitable that they will be smoking. Yeah.
I don't
think
know.
It's inevitable.
I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. I really don't.
I can't.
You don't think so?
Because I can't, because it's inevitable.
What do you mean?
I can't have a problem with it because it's
Yeah.
inevitable.
I mean, I'm sure they're not going to do it because of the whole, oh my God, if somebody sees me.
You're thinking too small, man. You're thinking right now. I'm talking about 50 years from now. It's going to be completely normal.
50 years ago, there might be a little bit more stronger stuff than weed,
Oh, that's true too.
I mean, it might be something
Yeah, cocaine
else.
was legal for a while.
Well, it was actually in Coke products too.
Right, I know. But I mean, it was legal to consume it and stuff.
Did you imagine drinking that back in the day? Coke laced with
Oh, I
Coke-
have. I've
Coca-Cola
imagined
laced
it.
with Coke.
I've imagined it, and it sounds fantastic.
That would be a trippy, drink to have. It's like, good Lord, I'm getting
The original energy drink.
caffeine with caffeine. What's going on?
Yeah, right.
But no, to answer your question, I would not have a problem with it. If Trump or Biden did it now, I'd probably have more respect for both of them than anything else, because, like I said, it just for that type of stress, you need something to de-stress you.
Yeah.
Because have you seen Obama when he first started with the presidency, and then when he ended the presidency, that he was like really old, really white haired, really like even what's his name, Abraham Lincoln. Look how much he aged back
Yeah,
in the
but
day.
we're talking 8 years. A lot can change in 8 years.
That's what I'm saying. So being
You
the
age,
president
yeah,
for
for
8
sure.
years, your anxiety and your stress gets a little bit high on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
and then you have to walk around for the rest of your life with Secret Service around you.
Do you really?
Yeah. Every president that is no longer president, even the vice president, gets a Secret Service team that travels with them for life.
Stop playing with me.
No, I'm serious.
That's worth the gig right
They
there.
travel even with their kids. They travel with their kids too. They take them to school. They take them everywhere.
That's crazy.
They are assigned to that family for the rest of life until, either the Secret Service agents, they die or the president dies. Like when Reagan and all them died, right?
Right.
Their Secret Service agents, left them and then went back into circulation.
They had to have been old then.
Oh yeah, they're in like their
They
90s.
probably got retirement out of that.
Oh yeah, they got a own presidential library and everything. What would you put in your presidential library?
What do you mean?
Like if because every president does one. Like what would you put in yours?
Yeah, you have to clarify. I don't know what it is. Like
You don't know what a presidential library is?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
Oh,
I thought
you were hoping I did.
Yeah, I thought you too. I was like, man, I'm assuming it's a collection of books. You know, that's what I'm assuming. But I really don't know because I've never been into a presidential library.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
we should find out.
we should on the fly. Because
What is a presidential
library.
Campaign is the first thing comes up.
Really?
What is a presidential campaign? Well, that's when they want to win.
Let's see. Oh, no, this is a bad. Hold on.
What is
So,
a presidential library?
I'm trying to pull up the video now. We do this on the fly. This is what happens
right.
on the show. We prep for a little bit, and then you get, ads for Bass Pro Shop for forever. Let's see this one. This is 2017.
Are enshrined in presidential libraries.
There are now 13 libraries across the country.
13 libraries.
President Obama's, to be built in Chicago, will be the 14th. And CBS
Oh,
News travel
it's just a
editor
library named after them or something?
I'm assuming.
Peter Greenberg is here to tell us all about them. Peter,
So I
good
would put a
morning.
bunch of books and music in my presidential
Books and
library.
music. Would you do all digital?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like all digital
Yeah.
iPads.
And it'd be a cool ass building. Like, you know what I'd do?
Huh.
Walls made of glass, see-through glass, where the images and articles and stuff are projecting into that glass.
Oh, like a 3D
The
type
glass
of thing.
panels. I don't know if there would be, you can consider it 3D, but it'd just be on this. I don't know how to explain it.
Would it be like
It should be hot,
like a
though.
Pepper's Ghost type of thing?
Do you remember 13 Ghosts?
Yes.
The movie?
Yes.
Where it had like the glass walls and everything, like
With the writing
had
on
like
it?
that gold writing and shit all over
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Now, yeah, so that, but instead of the gold writing being painted on it,
yeah.
it's digitally like LCD
Yeah, like a Pepper's Ghost
lights
type of
and
thing.
stuff. I don't know what that is.
You don't know
so I
Pepper-
can't comment.
You never know. Oh, you ever been on the Haunted Mansion at Disney?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are Pepper's Ghosts.
Okay, yeah.
It's an old-
where it
it's an
where it
old-
looks like it's right next to you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's basically it's a big sheet of. All right, going off of the Haunted Mansion, example, it's in the ballroom scene where you have the big, with the tables and you see all the ghosts dancing and whatever, right?
Right.
Well, you're like one floor above the room that has all the ghosts below it, right?
Right.
And so there's a big sheet of glass that is angled, a certain degree. And what happens is that these things are sort of they're painted with a glow in the dark paint, right? So they shine when the black lights, and so when they get on the Peppers, when they come across the Peppers Ghost, it sort of creates this sort of holographic, imagery that they're actually supposed to be there, but they're not there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for
this kind of an idea for sure.
right. Yeah, they've been kind of doing the same thing for different like music groups.
Okay.
What was the most latest one? I want to say, when they did like one of the farthest I can remember was an award show they did for Michael Jackson, or they had Michael Jackson there on the Pepper's Ghost
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
And-
Or Tupac.
Or Tupac, yeah. So
Yes. So yes, I want something like this.
like what? Like a Pepper's
like,
Ghost?
like what we're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. All right.
In my presidential life, everything will be digital. You could click download; it'll just send it to your
Yeah.
phone. It'll
It's
just
almost
shoot it to your phone.
like what was the other movie? What's the one with the time traveling machine? Not Back to the Future, but I can't think of the guy's name.
Oh, Bill and Ted.
No, not that one. It was Orlando Jones played in it as well. He was like the librarian guy. I can't think of the name now. But it's a movie basically where this guy invents a time machine back in the 1900s, right? But I guess his girlfriend dies, in the process. That he got shot or something like that, and he's trying to figure out how to save her. So he goes back in time and he can't save her, and she dies multiple ways. So then he goes forward in time because he's like, if I can't save you, I just go forward. And he does that, and they do the same thing where they were at the end. They start teaching the village people of, the world's ways before the world turned into what it was now. And I can't think of. I'm sure you've seen it before.
It's not ringing a bell though.
But it's man, I can't think of the name now. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Okay.
That's gonna bother me. let's do this. Let's take a break real quick, and then
That's what I was thinking.
and then when I come back, or when we come back, whoever comes back, we'll I'll find out the name for that movie. I want to say it's In Time, but I don't think it's In Time or Time something. I don't know.
And don't forget, we still got to talk about this crazy lady and her burial process.
Oh yes, the most. I say this respectively, but the most effective way to get a free funeral sponsorship, I say, which would cost you $1,000 in this story. The funeral home van carrying a body, ironically, something happened on I-4, and it probably saved the family $1,000. And again, I say this respectively, not, being an ass or nothing like that. We'll get to that next, only on the Social Reload Show. Don't go away. The #1 show on YouTube.
Number 5.
Number 5. Well, still number 1. Doesn't matter. Only on Bulls Radio Lounge. Back in a minute. Don't go away.
Later.
Everybody moving, but I just wanna move with you. And everybody whine, but I wanna slow wine with you. Never been to the island, I wanna take flight with you. You know I love the island, so I had to try it. I'm thinking of the day when I could finally buy it. It being whatever you point to. Walk in the store like, baby, it's all you. You the type to be like, nah, baby, I'm cool. Let's find a couple kids and put them all to school. And I'm just like, cool, but what about the shoes? You look at me and smile like, baby, that's all you. The stakes high, you know we playing for keeps. I know it gets rough when it's been a couple weeks. FaceTime in the lab, FaceTime in the road. Thank God for Steve Jobs, but FaceTime getting old. But you don't want me home cause you know the mission. You just be praying that I can keep the vision. I just be praying that I can have you with me. Late nights trying to make this prayers realistic. Faith without works and a thing, baby. I keep that in mind when I dream, baby. You my kickstand, I'm trying to lean, baby. Me without you ain't a thing, baby. And I hope I'm right. It's that song that I hope you like. It's that song that I hope we can move through. If not, just imagine me with you. And I hope I'm right. It's that song that I hope you like. It's that song that I hope we can move through. If not, just imagine me with you. Everybody dancing, but I just wanna dance with you. And everybody moving, but I just wanna move with you. And everybody whine, but I wanna slow wine with you. Never been to the island, I wanna take flight with you, with you. Everybody dancing, but I just wanna dance with you.
it down, push it down. I'm the one for a good time call, phone's blowing up. Ring on my doorbell, I feel the love, feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Turn back till I know sky. Gonna swim from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. Gonna fly like a bird of the night, feel my tears as they fly. Gonna swim from the chandelier, from the chandelier. But I'm holding on for dear life. Won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass full until morning light.
Bulls Radio Lounge, the Social Reload Show. Listen, you can go to youtube.com and just search Bulls Radio Lounge for everything and anything that you want to listen to our shows or previous shows that we've had on before. Just go to youtube.com on your browser, on your phone, on your computer, on your, whatever it is that you bring down from the heavens of, starlight satellite transmission. However you get the show, just go to youtube.com and search the Social Reload Show. You can check this one on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Or you can go to, just check out the Joe Weinkoop Show, other shows, Bull and the Bartender Show, Gut Check Live. What was the other ones I had on there? Just so much more that you could check out. Previous shows, we had numerous different guests on, very popular people. Just check them out. Just go to Bulls Radio Lounge on youtube.com. Just go to our Facebook as well, and you can comment there. It's Bulls Space Radio Lounge. That way you can comment on our Facebook page and share some stories. Tell us what you're thinking of the show. It's all good stuff. Well, thank you for joining us. #1 show in the world. I want to give a good shout out to a good friend of mine, Rick Danford. He's producing this new show called No Sleep Tonight. And basically what it is kind of like actors and actresses sort of getting together, just sort of, saying their lines. And he's putting them together, and it sounds really good. And if you haven't heard it, you need to go check it out. It's called No Sleep Tonight, written and produced by Rick Danford himself. I just lost my underlining music bed. But I got to pick something else. Oh, I started again. There you go. All right, so check him out. Rick Danford, No Sleep Tonight. Just go to youtube.com. Just search up Rick Danford. Go to his video section, and it's all right there. He does it like almost every day. This guy is a machine of producing.
Is this a podcast or is it a YouTube video he's made?
It's a YouTube audio series.
Okay.
So it's like I give you like the script and lines you want to read, and you send it back to me once you have it done, and then I put it together and make it all like nice and fancy, and sounds like $1 million in production,
Really?
And he does it. This guy's just like Joe Weinkoop has been doing it for 100 years. This guy's been doing it for 100 years, if not more, and he just he's just all into it. Like him and Joel are both like into this. The whole, which I'm into as well, but these guys, they it's like nonstop for them,
Right.
They're producing like all kinds of movies,
That's great.
Which I'll get into a next one too with Joe Weinkoop's, the Craiglawn incident, which I've been a part of as well. On more of the technical sides, I don't act.
Right.
He's had me acted before. Like I showed up on set to do like some, special effects and stuff like that. And he goes, by the way, you're going to play a role. And I go, by the way, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah. And he's like, no, you're still doing it. I go, no, I'm not. Then Kathy comes in with his wife. He goes, you're doing the role. I go, all right, cool, whatever.
Takes the wife.
When Kathy says you're doing the role, you just don't argue,
Oh, I see.
I can argue with Joel all I want to, but when Kathy says, now you're doing the role, which is, Joel's wife, then, don't argue with her, Just say,
Is
all
that
right,
right?
cool, what should we do, So I played a role in, I think it was a Wine Coop Tales. I was like some sort of like slasher guy, and we did a scene to where I had this mask on, right? And
Okay.
Kathy was supposed to shove the knife into my eye. So I rigged it up. The gag was, the knife was going to go right next to my eye, like right next to, the side of my face.
Uh-huh.
Which she did, but she had a real knife. She had one of my real knives that I brought.
No.
So when she did it on camera, it was like forced perspective. So when she did it, it looked like the knife went into my eye.
Of course,
and
right.
Joel had a fit. He had a cow. And then when we did the secondary shot, the same position and everything, I just added a little bit of blood to squirt out, So when she dug the knife into the eye hole,
Right.
you didn't see. I wasn't there, and at that time, but you could see the blood squirting out,
Okay, all right.
of the eye. So, Rick Danford. I usually play his intro, and taking a shot back. The shot go down bad, or what's going on?
You know me, man.
Yeah,
Woo!
kinda-
Trying to work it out.
I'm out of shots tonight. To be honest with you, no shots for me tonight. It's a bummer. But anyways, let's try this one. This is Rick Danford's No Slip. That's the wrong one. I was about to do a double track. Let's try this here. All right. This is a No Sleep Tonight by Rick Danford.
Okay. Little taste of it.
Yeah, this is the intro.
And now, you die.
Girls gotta eat.
Look at the blood.
Oh, it's a horror gimmick, huh?
You can't be real. No.
Yeah, it's he puts it together, and this is sort of the intro to each show. So it's sort of like a horror, based gimmick.
Okay.
So
You think he's gonna take it to a podcast?
Oh, I think he already has. He's already on
okay, yeah.
podcasts. Like he's already on iTunes and all these other.
Okay, great.
Like
Yeah.
that's the problem. I can't get there because I don't have the fucking capabilities to do it.
Sure you do.
I've been waiting for like 2 years to get on that. I have a friend that works at iHeart, right? She's a program director and stuff like that. Really top wig, top billing type of person,
Okay.
And the only thing that stopped me from getting onto their channel, because I sent them some stuff of mine, is I don't have a website with an RSS feed.
Oh well, come on, let's just do it.
Well, I don't know how to do it. That's the problem.
All right. Well, we'll get together.
And we're running on rats and hamsters holding up
Right,
like literally I have to feed the hamsters quite a bit of food to keep them running.
Keep them running on those wheels there.
Yeah, that way the thing don't shut down on me.
I'm amazed you have internet down there.
Well, I got it, jacked up Willie too. So
My internet's terrible.
I'm getting like 75,000 watts of transmitter fluid.
Oh, jeez.
So that's what I'm transmitting on the 300-foot tower. Joe Winecoop chimes in on the chat line and says that this is a great story, but I never should have let it happen. Well, Joe, Kathy and I sort of kind of gimmicked it up way before you were ready to shoot, and we were trying to get things going, and we got things going, and we got the shot, and we were like sort of, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and Joel wouldn't think otherwise, and they wouldn't even know. It'd be great, kind of flip Joel out, So we made it great on camera, and it looked good, and
Well, good.
It's
Shot
quite,
came out.
It's nice. I love filming with Joel, but sometimes it can be quite challenging.
Is that right?
Yeah, a tree is a tree is a tree. Basically, is what I tell him.
Okay.
But it's cool though because he's very specific and he knows exactly what he wants.
Well, that's great.
You know, and
That's
that's
definitely necessary.
yeah, in shooting it is because like one time we were doing one film, I think it was like Slash Show Weekend, and we're out there filming, you know, another actress, you know, with a, you know, behind a tree, and he's like, I want this tree, and I go, well, that tree looks the same as that tree. No, my fans will know. I'm like, Joe, no, a tree is a tree is a tree, no matter how you film it. You know, they're not going to know. You know, it's continuity of the shot. You know, they all look
I
the
mean,
same.
sure, yes. Unless there was some kind of specific, you know, branching or something like that maybe he was fond of. Or
You're supposed to get on my train, not Joel's train.
I'm not getting on anybody's train. That's how I ride. I'm a diplomat, brother. I move between them. I say I'm the gray area.
You're Canada, right?
I see. Yeah, exactly. I'm Switzerland over here. I see both sides. You're both right.
You're the gray stuff.
I'm the gray area for sure. For sure.
No,
but my first solo album is actually set to be titled as that because
gray
I'm
area?
so much. Yeah, I'm so very much the gray area.
Try the gray stuff; it's delicious. So wow, okay.
New extra gray flavor.
Oh wow, okay. So Joel Wynkoop is a very cool guy to work with. Always loved the guy. Rick Danford's a great guy to work with as well. Really cool guys to film with. He just put out a teaser trailer. Joel Wynkoop. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. But yeah, so his new movie, The Craig Ellison, is coming out soon. It's taken 20 years to make during this whole 2020 COVID situation. I'm going to assume there's going to be a movie like a Universal movie
for sure.
coming out here soon.
They've already started.
Oh, I'm sure. Pre-production. Thank you again to all the 3 listeners on YouTube who's listening.
Listening in live. That's great. If you all want to talk, there's a number for that, isn't there?
There is a number. I don't know if it works, but we'll see.
I guess we could find out live.
813-419-3602 is the number to call into. If you want to call in, it's live. It's working. The problem is I'll be able to hear you and respond to you. Matt won't because we haven't got that capability yet. It's basically if they want to talk to you, I have to relay the message to you, and then you can talk to them, but you can't hear them. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're
just relay whatever I might need to know.
Right. Well, if you ever say, "Hey, this guy's a dick," I'm just, "Hey, Matt says this guy's a dick," So
and that's fine. That's fine too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. 813-419-3602 is the phone line to call. If you want to call in, talk to us. Tell us how we're doing, what's going on. Like I said, Matt and I have done this show many years ago. This is our first show that we did. Very
long time ago.
Yeah, very, very put together show. Like we had no idea.
We
what
were figuring the stuff out as we were going.
Yeah,
it was a great learning lesson for you. I'd say, right?
It was.
I mean, you've progressed a lot.
Yeah, I've progressed quite a lot actually. But no, it's I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from different people. Because some people you get in this industry and they know everything and they know, they don't want to learn,
Right.
That's the worst thing to do. Like when you start out like an entertainment tech is don't say that you know everything, because they'll start grilling you.
Well, not even just that. You stunt your growth.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I mean? Assuming you know everything is silly.
Yeah,
it's silly in any kind of world.
Right,
you're just stunting your growth.
Like
there's always going to be somebody that even if they know the thing that you already know, they might think about it differently or process, go through the process differently. That helps you in some kind of a way.
Now,
or maybe you can help them because maybe they're doing it all backwards for some reason.
What would you say if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, look, here's a new member of the band. He's a drummer, and he's like, hey, my name is Matt. What's your name? Blah blah blah, and I just want to let you know that I'm the master of the drums. I can do whatever
Yeah, we kicked them out.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, this is a scenario that happens for sure. In fact, there was a guy that just came through and was playing the drums for us for a second, and I mean that literally.
Yeah.
Just a couple practices here and there, but we quickly realized how pompous and how egotistical this guy was, and he was so good though. Like he was really good, but he was good to a point that was like.
Was he just
that he had that attitude about him where he was just
arrogant.
Like, oh, this is, like very arrogant about it and very much like this is the way it is. because like there literally could be no other way because I'm that good. Like,
Oh, really?
this is the way it is, and it's because like this. If I'm doing it that way, that means that's the way it needs to be,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And it was like, so we quickly were like, no,
No.
we like you as a drummer, and we did. We liked him as like the drumming that he was doing.
Yeah.
Was fantastic, and it was making us kind of think about our riffs and stuff like that a little differently, in a good way, and I think in our next drummer we're going to look for similar qualities that this guy had, but the personality was a big miss. And,
Oh, really?
and
Yeah.
can't
You can't get into that because does that sort of be like a toxic type thing to the whole
that's
band?
super toxic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like passive aggressive toxic.
You
know what I
ever-
mean? It's like under the radar toxic,
Right.
but it's very toxic.
You ever have a person that sort of like you sort of regretted, hiring for your band?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what?
And it was a drummer.
It was a drummer guy.
Yeah, it was a guy that actually I knew for a long time. We worked
Uh-huh.
together back straight out of high school, or like I guess in high school, doing like you work at the Publixes and the cash and carries and the whatever I was doing like the grocery stores and stuff like that, being cashier. So and anyway, we worked together here.
Okay.
Quickly realized he was dating a girl that I went to high school with. She was in my middle school, all that kind of stuff, and so we became great friends. He was a drummer.
Okay.
And I was in this band. I've
Yeah.
always been in this band. So
You've always
I
been
was-
in a band at some point.
well, this particular band has
Yeah.
kind of always it's traveled with me throughout the years, in a way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're all still friends. We all still jam. We all
This
still
is-
have our instruments and stuff. This isn't the I Need an Adult.
Oh, okay. All right, I was about to say.
Anywho, yeah. So I was in this band, and we
Yeah.
had just actually lost our drummer. He decided he wanted to be a boxer. That's another story for another time, I suppose. But
A drummer that
this-
wants to be a boxer.
he always wanted to be anything but a drummer. But he was our most consistent drummer. He was our original drummer, and he's always kind of come back here and there. So
Yeah.
we've used him many times. Like he's kind of been in it. Anyway, it's its own story.
Yeah, I gotcha.
For its own time. But he decided he wanted to be, so we were in between drummers. We worked together. I quickly find out I actually know more about this dude. He knows he's dating this girl I've known for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like worlds, colliding at this point. And he said, I'm a drummer. I need a drummer. And he was this kid that in high school was always playing that Dance Dance Revolution game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they on the pads with the arrows.
Yeah, they danced all night long.
Right. Yeah. So, but this made him a really good drummer as far as like double bass kick drum, which is a big thing in rock and
Yeah, I
metal
know what
and
that
stuff
is.
like
Yeah.
that. So this made him really good at that because he was very accurate and quick with his feet.
Uh-huh.
And so that made him very good. We quickly adopted him into the band. He joined us at our studio and our jam space and things like that, which we shared with another band that was local to the area. And we had some stage, stuff, lighting, and we had a guy that would dress up in this giant bear suit and be in the middle of the audience, whatever, antagonizing the audience for like.
Is there a video of this or
for like pits and stuff? Yeah, I'm sure they're around. I'll send you a link if I can get to it. But so we had all this kind of stuff up in the studio space and that kind of thing. This guy, within a couple months, had turned everybody in the band against each other.
Oh,
I got
God.
kicked out of the band for a little bit.
Really?
because of
Weren't you the
this
main
guy.
vocal guy or?
No, I was playing bass.
Oh, okay.
He gets them to kick me out of the band. Remember, I brought him into the band. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of thing. And I'm one of the original members, but I mean, there was like this big falling out, and I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm out. I left. I was like more than happy to leave and that kind
Right.
of thing at this point because it just gotten so crazy. Come to find out, a couple weeks after that, he came in and took all of our lighting,
really?
that bear suit that
Yeah.
I was talking about. That other band had some equipment. He took some of that stuff and just kind of like dipped.
Oh, wow.
Left. Never saw him again.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely somebody I could say I regretted.
Dead Cry for You replies. Well, actually, Joel replied as it was a special treat to that story. I'm sure it was a special tree, but again, a tree is a tree is a tree.
It was a special tree. See, that's what I'm saying. I get you, Joel. I hear you.
Dead Cry for You, My Pet Monster, ? Was that the band?
Yeah, that was the band,
All
My
right.
Pet Monster.
So he knows a little bit more about it, the Dead Cry for You guy.
Yeah, he's been around too since high school.
Was that the guy that you had in the studio last week?
Right.
Yeah, okay. The real quiet guy
Real quiet guy.
Didn't say
He
nothing.
doesn't say much.
that you would
He doesn't say much, but-
shoot him if he turned into a zombie.
Well, he's my bodyguard, man. He's my Secret Service over here.
Dispatch. Is he there
Yeah,
now or?
Yeah, every time, all the time.
Oh wow! So you guys are kind
I
of
wake
hand in
up, he's
hand,
handing
or?
me. I wake up, he's handing me my toothbrush.
Oh wow! Sort of like Coming to America type of deal.
I don't know what. Oh, that was the Eddie Murphy gig.
Yeah, where he
I don't
gets
know.
up and people brush his
Yeah.
teeth for
Well,
him.
I wouldn't say he's a servant.
Oh, okay. I mean
but,
that's how you're painting the picture,
But he killed somebody for me.
Oh, would he? He's that type of guy, huh?
Yeah.
Are
that's
you
my
the
bodyguard.
Are you the Tiger King guy?
Am I the Tiger King guy?
Tiger King.
Oh, No,
No.
nothing like that.
No, you don't have
No,
anybody that you
I'm a
wanna-
married man. With
No,
kids
no,
and
I'm
stuff.
saying like, do you want like this guy to come take care of people for you, like the Tiger King?
But that's a little more information than you should give on the radio.
Oh, my bad.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll just say that this is my bodyguard.
I got you.
And when things need to get handled, I have
he gets it handled.
I have a situation handler.
You have a guy who handles the
I
situation.
know a guy.
You know a guy. All right. Well, he's a dead cry for you. Thank you. Maybe you'd be the show. So if we did a gig with a Social Reload show, he'd be the guy, right?
Yes, exactly.
He'd be the guy like, hey, you're getting too close to bull.
Wearing the glasses, got the earpiece
Yeah.
on, piece in the vest.
just let
standing
him-
there, not saying a word, just watching everybody.
How tall is this feller?
We look almost identical. He'd be a great body double for me.
Oh,
actually.
really? Okay. All right.
I've had to use him to get me out of crazy fan situations
Right.
and stuff,
Beard
getting
and
out of
everything,
gigs
or-
and whatever. Yeah, I go, oh look, there he goes, and then everybody's like, oh, there's Matt, and they go chase him, and I get the hell out the side door.
Hey, whatever works, right? I mean,
it's great. It kind of reminds me of like a Scooby Doo, situation. Or
all right,
something.
so
But,
so let him know that if we ever do like a live gig, right? I don't want people like within 6 feet of the table. You know what I mean? Like if they get in within 6 feet of the table, this guy's gonna have to jump in and say, hey, you're too close.
hey, done and done.
Because
We'll even give him one of those guns that shoot little balls of pepper spray.
I like to keep my space.
That's what I'm saying.
I like my
This way you're not affecting everybody in the audience, but the person that got popped with that pepper spray thing, they're gonna be down on their knees getting the hell away from you.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? Non-lethal. We ain't killing nobody, but back the fuck up.
Back the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. Do not if we're on a live gig, do not sit there and fucking say anything to me.
They're just gonna start throwing shit at us.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna make sure we're online because the whatchamacallit, the thing that keeps us live, right? It just went black.
Oh no.
But we're still live.
Okay, great.
It's weird.
Well, there's a delay too.
No, I mean like it's still like the OBS, right?
Mhm.
Just it's not responding. Oh no.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know if we got kicked off or not. The hamsters. I mean, it still says live, but
The
I don't
hamsters stopped running for a minute.
Yeah, the hamsters stopped running for a minute. I don't know what's going on, but we're still live, so we'll see what happens.
Throw them another treat and let's.
That's
let's
what
get
I'm
this
trying to
thing
see here. Yes. Yeah. See, they're still live. Still have audio. So
Still have audio. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's what's important.
Yeah.
I say
you say what?
we get to this. I'm trying to figure out how to get a cheaper funeral.
Boy, I teased that thing about 92 minutes ago. All right, so now it's back online. Oh boy, it scared the shit out of me with that one. So, all right, so in Orlando, right?
Oh, this was Orlando.
There's Orlando here in Florida, right?
of
you know
course
how
it was.
I-4 is on Orlando, right? There's like an accident every day, right?
Every day.
Westbound on I-4 near Orlando and near SeaWorld, just before 11 a.m. So it says here, before you start to assume, all right, so this one, basically what happened is that this funeral van caught on fire, right? With a body
no.
in it. You know, and it said before you start to assume that the body got directly cremated, trooper said the driver removed the body from the burning vehicle before the flames reached it. Really? Come on. That sort of deflates everything I just said. But nobody was injured. So basically, this funeral van caught on fire while the body was in there, you know, and the guy jumped out of the van while it was engulfed in flames, you know, and pulled out the dead body that was inside the van. So it didn't get cremated.
Well, damn.
I was hoping that it get cremated.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, because I was hoping that'd be like the cheapest way to do a funeral right there.
Well, but then the ashes are getting all mixed in with the ashes of the car, and
You don't think it's going the same way?
You don't know what's car and what's person.
Do you not think it goes the same way?
What do you mean?
Like now?
No, they put them in a furnace, and you're
Well,
scooping out
yeah,
the
but
ashes.
don't you know that they sometimes mix other people's ashes with the
Oh,
ashes?
sure, yeah.
So what's the difference?
I'm sure it happens. They're not like
But I'm
white
saying,
gloving that thing in between. But I mean, I feel like I would. Come to my funeral parlor. It's going to be better. I'm going to white glove it in between every cremation. You will not get somebody else's loved one and your loved
you'll
one.
be there. Jesus. You will not get somebody else's loved one and your loved one. That'll be your slogan right there.
That's it, right? That's the tagline. What should we call this thing?
It's not- welcome to the
white glove funeral
No,
home. Damn, I nailed it.
the Savior Crematorium. You
The
know,
Savior Crematorium, where we give you the white glove treatment.
we give you your life back.
Yeah.
Oh, we give your life back.
Stop mixing loved ones. That's what we're gonna we're gonna have rioters and picketers and stuff outside to promote my business.
We just lost Uncle Johnny, and we just wanted to say that we want a cremation. So how are you
Yeah.
going to do that? How are you going to, you said you bring life
White glove.
back to life, white glove gimmick. You
Yeah.
know, how can you assure, that that you're not going to mix, my Uncle Johnny with little Johnny, Redcoat over there.
Well, Steve, I'm glad you asked.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you actually.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I'm gonna walk you back to our furnace.
Uh-huh.
That's multiple furnace, of course.
Right, of course.
Plural.
Plural.
Yeah, right. And I'm gonna
Furnaces.
open one of these doors for you, and here you see.
Can
this
I ask
white
you a
glove?
question though?
What's that?
When you open up the door to go into the room, why was there a guy just shoving things into a bag?
Well, don't worry about that guy. He's my bodyguard.
Oh yeah, he the dead cry for you.
That cry for you.
No,
He's
there you
over
go.
there. He's over there taking care of business. Don't worry about him. But just check out this furnace. and you see this white glove? I'm gonna put it on my hand right here. In fact, you grab one.
I'm sorry, but can I ask you another question? Why is there like 4 or 5 bodies? This is from the Boston Globe, by the way. Why
We
is
are
there
very-
4 or
we're-
5 bodies being shoved into the crematorium hole?
We're busy. Okay. Sometimes we.
Could you
wait.
define busy?
Yeah. We've got a lot of dead people to burn. What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but this is from the Hudson Herald. Why is there hands sticking out of the doorway of the said crematorium?
It's a little full. But we don't burn them all at once together in this one furnace.
That's what it
or
looks like.
furnace.
There's flames coming out, sir.
There's no flames. Those are not flames.
I'm watching flames right now. goddammit.
All right. Well, maybe they wanted that's what we call the group burning, and they
Oh, okay.
wanted that.
Is that the
they
deal?
wanted this was a group of people that really enjoyed each other's company, and in death they wanted to be mixed as well.
Is that like a liberal decision right there?
Yeah. A couple of them killed themselves to be part of this group.
Oh wow, okay.
Burning. Yeah.
Blood
yeah,
in, blood
it's-
out. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Some people are just into that.
Is this
we
a
had,
cult?
We had a whole cult come in
Did
a month
you?
ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Burned them all together.
Non-believers,
Just they had their own thing. Something about aliens or
aliens, or
I don't know. I wasn't part of the cult. I just burned them.
were you drinking the juice?
I wouldn't drink. I couldn't be standing here talking to you today, sir.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
it could be good juice. I mean, you never know.
Apparently, it was great. Everybody died though. Everybody died.
Within a couple of seconds. All right, so you were going. You're showing me the crematorium. Great, that's wonderful. You have a whole
just,
bunch
you
of
know,
bodies shoved in there.
I'm cleaning these furnace out.
Okay.
After your loved one is scooped
Yeah.
and put into whatever receptacle you have provided or purchased. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It could be a coffee can for all I care. I don't care. I'm putting it in there.
Walmart bag.
At a Walmart bag if you'd like, sure.
I have to go
I'm
cheap, man. These things are expensive. Walmart bag and a concrete block in the backyard.
I mean, we do recommend
Uh-huh.
you know, something a little fancier because it is
Oh.
a loved one.
Is it a stronger Walmart bag?
Yeah, a little thicker plastic.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, when it's done, we vacuum
Yeah.
and clean the hell out of this furnace.
Uh-huh.
And now we take the white glove, and if there's any dust in there, if there's any gray in there, we do it again.
Is your guy gonna be
We're washing that son of a bitch out.
Is your guy gonna be upset about that, or I mean, what's gonna happen?
Well, it's just to ensure the fact that when we burn your loved one,
Yeah.
you only get your loved one. No more mixing.
No more mixing.
No more mixing. No more loved one mixing.
It's not like you mix Cheerios and Reese's and all that stuff together to get one little solid mush of cereal. It's just no more mixing.
That sounds delicious.
Would
Could've been
you
those shots.
want to get like cremated, or would you want to get like buried?
So yeah, I've actually said that I wanted to be cremated.
Did you? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel like I do. I don't know. I guess we'll see how I feel a little bit later. But
I really don't
if I keeled over tomorrow, the wife would assume I wanted to be cremated and I'd
Yeah.
get cremated.
I really,
And
I don't care, to be honest with you. I don't do whatever.
I kind of want to be turned into a diamond.
A
Have you seen how
diamond?
they can do that? Yeah, have you seen how they can do that? now?
No.
Yeah, they can take the ashes and like press them. You know what I
Really?
mean? Use that, pressurize them like a diamond, like coal and diamond, like that makes diamond.
Is it like 10 years later when they have a diamond?
No, I mean it's like hyper pressurized. And I don't know. It's probably not a real. I mean, it's not a diamond. You know, obviously it's
Zubik
made out of
zirconia?
ashes, but it's some kind of compressed version of the ashes that gets
Oh, okay.
gem like and that kind of.
To be honest with you, I'd probably want myself stuffed in a nice pinstripe,
Just sitting on the couch or
4,000
something.
No, like a $4,000 like pinstripe suit, you know, and just stuffed straight up with my hands crossed, nice shaven head, nice shaven beard, right, and just with my hands crossed across my chest, just looking down, you know. Kind of like
Just-
how, remember the Iron Man when the uncle
Oh yeah.
on the
yeah.
magazine where he's looking down at the world with his hands crossed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The beginning
hell
part
yeah.
of that movie? That's the way I want to look.
Hell yeah.
I want to be stuffed right there in the living room.
And, like standing up in some kind of
Yeah,
a glass case,
that-
like with a podium and
Not even
lights
a
and
glass
stuff.
case, just stuffed right there on the podium, standing straight tall, you know, looking really sharp, just looking down at everybody.
I feel like you'd start stinking though.
Stuffed? I don't know. Could you stuff a human?
I guess I don't know. I guess that's taxidermy. If we got any taxidermies listening,
Yeah,
or taxidermists
please
listening,
call.
let us know how that works. Like,
813-419-3602. I don't know if you can stuff
because this
a
might be
human.
my new approach too. I think I like this idea.
You like the stuffing of a human?
The stuff.
Would you want to get stuffed? You want to get stuffed, don't you?
If it's possible, if a taxidermist calls in and says that that's absolutely possible, I'm considering it.
How hard would you want to get stuffed?
How hard would I want to get stuffed?
Yeah.
The appropriate amount.
They have to use the right fabric to stuff you, wouldn't they?
Yeah. We're not. Yeah, you can't just be shoving anything over there. We better be using the proper stuffing. We better be stuffing it at the
Proper medical
amount. I don't
procedures.
want to be. I don't want to be muffin topping. From all the cotton in there
Hey,
or whatever the fuck. They
whatever
stuff
works,
you
whatever's cheaper, right?
with. I mean,
I mean, if it's cheaper to get like a 30-cent, thing of cotton from Walmart, I mean, there you go. You know,
I guess I can't argue. I am thrifty, but
go to the thrift store. Do you have about 40 pounds worth of cotton? We got a big guy, about 378 pounds, and
just give me like 10 pounds worth of clothes.
Yeah.
We're gonna shred it up.
just some newspapers stuff inside.
Yeah,
it.
it's newspaper style.
you
Or
know,
at least it'll be like, you know.
what do they
not-
call those shipping plastic bubble wrap things?
Oh,
The
hell yeah.
papers. They just sort of stuff those up there, you know?
Yeah, then you can still have fun with dad. Just squeeze his finger and he pops, you know? Who doesn't love popping, you know,
Put a little
the pop paper?
You put a little speaker back there, so every time he pulls your finger, it just farts, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Every like 2 hours and like, I don't know, make it something off like 7 minutes and 36 seconds. So it's always something weird. It feels random or something.
That would
he
be kind of
chirps.
cool if you could pose the, you know, the body, the statue. Like
Let's
one
go
way
anim-
could.
Let's go animatronic skeleton, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like if you like, what's the one? What's the movie back in the '90s where the guy died and it was his beach house and they like, you know, Uncle Bernie, Weekend at
Yeah.
Bernie's. Remember that?
Weekend at Bernie's, right?
Where you like you get stuffed, right? And you got the podium, that's your mainstay. But then like when you have parties and stuff like that, you could put yourself in different positions of the house. You know, where you got like a set of glasses on and just drinking like a, you know, mojito or something like that.
Right.
You take them out to the
Hey.
beach, you know, and just sort of sit them out there for a while, you know.
All of a sudden you got like a bathing suit on. You're doing like the Captain Morgan pose at the
Yeah, exactly.
at
You
the
know,
diving board. Yeah.
yeah, you know, Thanksgiving, you can just sit at the table and just sort of like, you know, just stare at people randomly, or somebody you don't like, just have them like point it and just stare at them. You know,
Yeah, just staring at it the whole time.
they put like little red
The
LEDs in the
grandkids
eyes.
like, I don't like how Grandpa's eyes look. It's so weird.
It's okay, you'll get used to it. Just wait till Christmas.
Yeah, just wait till Christmas time. It's fun. Pull his finger.
Yeah. And then you have a little closet you store, man. This is Uncle Knick-Knack. This is Uncle Knick-Knack's clothes. Here's Uncle Knick-Knack.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, that's how I want to do. I want to be stuffed. I want to be stuffed on a podium, like I said, with my arms crossed, with a pinstripe suit on, and just looking down at everything.
Looking dapper and looking down.
Yeah, looking all serious, like, hey, you know, I'm watching you, little motherfucker.
I'm watching you, bitch.
Yeah.
You better watch yourself
Watch yourself, little bitch.
because I'm watching you.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck this shit up in this house. See what happens. Oh man, good random stuffing. That'd be a whole new
Oh.
meaning to Thanksgiving. You know, stuffing a bird.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna
I still like the idea of the bubble wrap paper. Always be fun. Every time you give him a hug, you know.
the cheeks just pop. You know,
Yeah, everything's popping. Yeah.
pop, pop, pop. You know, they came out with one time where it was a casket that was Bluetooth, right? And you could play music. Like you go visit the grave, and you could play music inside the casket for the dead person.
Good God.
Yeah. Imagine playing like Metallica or The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson.
I
You know,
would.
You
I
would?
would enjoy it. I would enjoy that.
Would you rock out?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My corpse would be getting down for sure.
What would be your funeral music?
Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys, really?
I need an adult, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, like what would be like if you had, because you know when you go to a funeral place, it's sort of like very somber, very like, you know.
Yeah, I've always said I'd like my funeral to be kind of a party, celebration of
Right.
life, kind of a thing. You know, I feel like everybody says that though, and it never turns out that way, does it?
I mean, I don't care what it is for me. I just whatever you want to do, don't matter. Throw me off a roller coaster, I don't care. You know.
That'd be fun.
At one time, I wanted my ashes to be like tossed out
Spread.
into Universal, the lake at Universal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you know they don't really like that too much.
Well, then I mean, it would only be there for so long because they drain it and clean it and stuff. I'm sure a couple times a season or something.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, is this a natural lake? I'm not sure what we're talking about actually. I thought
know-
are
you know,
we not talking
Universal.
about that concrete bit at the beginning?
What do you mean?
It's got like the little fountains and shit.
No,
that-
no, I'm talking about the one inside the park.
Oh,
The big
okay,
lake
yeah,
that's inside the park that you can't miss when you walk in there.
You had no. That's not what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about the one that
That's-
with the big globe on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I thought you were talking about.
Oh no.
'Cause
No,
they'd
but
be cleaning that shit, so it'd only be temporary anyway.
now Disney, they do that at Disney. I mean, that's not, you know, good to do it, but they do. They have people go to the Haunted Mansion, and they'll dump the ashes. You know?
No.
Yeah, like on the graves. They'll take little baggies and like, you know, dump ashes on them.
I bet.
I've
could
never heard
see
of that.
I haven't heard of it, no, but I could see people doing that.
Yeah, they do that, and they bring a little baggie in, and they sit there.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure all kinds of like, because it's such a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's a
What?
momentous thing for a lot of people. Like, I mean, we live in Florida, so we can go there on the weekend if we want to. But
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people, you know, they it's an expensive trip. You
that
know,
it is.
they don't get to do it like all the time. They got to fly in, they got to drive in, they got to stay, they got to you know, or they got to have a place to stay. They buy one of those Disney packages for like
Yeah.
10 grand or whatever that has a place to stay and the tickets, but you still got to get here and you still got to buy food and all this stuff. So it's a big vacation thing, and they don't get to do it a lot. So yeah, I could see people definitely wanting to be like, well, this was her like favorite place. Like, you know, she was so happy looking at the castle at Disney or whatever. So let's go dump the ashes at the castle at Disney.
Could you
Like,
imagine like going to Disney and then everything be closed or long ass lines?
What?
Like coming from a
and you're
different
there
country.
to try to say again.
Like coming from a different country. Like
And-
you
and
spend all
going
that
into-
money to go, and
Oh, I know, and you barely get to do anything because it's like
Yeah.
18-hour lines for everything. Yeah, I hear you on that.
you know, like when I went to California in '08, you know, I did the touristy thing, went to, you know, Disney and stuff like that, and I probably didn't get done with Disney till probably like, I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock or when it closed, I think it is, you know, because, you know, you go out there for like a week, you don't have much time to do it, you know, and you want to
Right.
ride everything or try to ride everything or see everything. But yeah, that would piss me off, like coming from Argentina for like a week.
Oh yeah, and you've saved up all this money.
Yeah.
And now you're here and you don't even really get to do shit.
This is what I think my my funeral song might be.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard.
My man,
That's what I would be. That would be
that's appropriate.
my funeral song. Kind of like,
That's a-
hey, F you guys, you know.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I don't know if I'll be swinging on the wrecking ball like Miley Cyrus half nude, but you know,
Bro, if
I
you're
would-
getting stuffed, why not?
why not? Yeah, might as well go out swinging, you know. There
Why
you
not?
go.
We'll put you in a banana hammock and let you fly.
And I'll be singing this.
Well, it'll be playing out that speaker we installed in your ass.
That's right. Came in like a fat ass
With the speaker playing out my ass.
with a speaker playing out my ass, hanging on a big, you know, styrofoam wrecking ball with a wife beater shirt on,
Yes, of course.
making love to a rusty old chain.
An American flag boxer shorts. Oh no, we have to do the banana hammock. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
We gotta-
but then heck,
gotta do
swing
the
a
banana
wild.
hammock.
You know, that was a big thing at the BRN when I was there. Speaking of, you know, that type of stuff, the big gimmick that was going on. I don't know if you remember, but when I was at the BRN, they wanted me to wear a dress. They wanted Ball Bull to
What?
wear a
Oh,
dress.
I do remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the longest gimmick for months, you know. But I was like, I was good. It was cool for a while. The rib was cool, but then all of a sudden it just sort of like, oh my god, this is good enough, you know.
All you need to do was just walk in a dress one day. I would have fucking done it, bro.
Now this is what I wanted to come in as. That's what I felt like, you know.
I would have done it.
I think I had a meltdown one time with that. I'm like, I think I had it off air. I'm like, listen, guys, you know, you guys are like wearing me out with this whole bald bull and a dress thing. You know, this is not, you know, conducive to what I'm trying to do. You know, because doing that show was sort of like a business. You know, it wasn't like this show where we,
Right.
you know, we don't have, you know, sponsors basically, and we're just sort of like doing it for recreation and enjoyment and entertainment and stuff like that, and trying to, you know, speak our minds on the air freely, you know, without FCC violations. But with that place, it was a good time and I enjoyed it, but also I had to treat it as a business too,
Right.
you know,
Well,
because
of course.
that he was giving me, you know, 2 hours of using his electricity, his air, his water, all that stuff, utilities. And I wanted to, produce the best product, I could, just like with these shows that I'm doing. But yeah, that was a big thing. It was a bald bull in the dress. That's what they wanted to do.
I would have shocked the fuck out of him and walked in a dress one day.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. It's like,
especially if you had a meltdown. So I would have had the meltdown,
right?
And then the next day came in a dress, and they'd be like, "All right, great. We love this guy." They would have been like, "We love this. We fucking love this guy."
I had a meltdown when it was. I can't remember what year it was, but one time Bubba had me do. He was having me dress up as a security guard, right? Like a police uniform. That was a gimmick. Like somebody bought off of Amazon a security outfit for me to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wear that during the show, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll go with the gimmick. I'll roll the punches. No big deal, right? So then it just kept on and kept on and kept on. And it wears on you. It wears on. When you see people out in public and they hear you on the show, and oh, look, there's Bald Bull. He's wearing a police outfit. Whatever, right? And like Gargiulo told me one time that he was out bike riding with his kid, and people rolled down his window and called him all kinds of nasty words and stuff like that, and right in front of his kid, which to me is sort of. I've had that one time where somebody has walked up to me. I was eating at Chili's one time, and they just walked to me and goes, "Oh, you're a Bald Bull," and I'm like, "No." Like, "Yeah, you are. Recognize your voice." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Keep on walking."
Keep on walking.
So finally, I had to tell him, "Yeah, it was me." I mean, I don't mind meeting people per se. I don't like being in big crowds, but yeah, I had a meltdown in the engineering office with Rob and 25, and I think Caveman was there. To where I was like, "Look, guys, I didn't sign up for this gimmick. I didn't sign up to be blasted every day on the radio."
Well, you weren't willing to wear a dress.
Well,
and then they saw that it was bothering you, so they wanted to poke at you.
Well, yeah, they did, and it was like, "Well, it's a good gimmick for you wearing the police outfit." I'm like, "No, but it's not. It's I do other things here, and the people see that on YouTube and stuff like that, and they're gonna get the wrong impression." And I told you guys from the beginning that I wasn't into doing all this little stupid ass, stunt shit.
The gimmicks, yeah.
The gimmicks and stuff like that. Because that was part of the interview, when like Jabberjaw was there, and Fivehead, the engineer, the executive producers. When I have my interview, I'm like, I'm not gonna, I can't do all these little stupid stunts. To be honest with you, I can't do like all these sexual stunts or nothing like that. I'm like, that's not my bag. And if that's the case, then thank you for the opportunity, and hope you guys
gotta go.
You gotta go. But I mean, they hired me anyways because I did video editing and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a meltdown in engineering, and I told Rob, I'm like, "Listen, this is not cool. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to sit on there, go on the radio, and be blasted by 1,001 people because stuff that wasn't even my fault, and and then on top of that, have to wear this this monkey suit 24/7." Because I was pretty much on call with a monkey suit, I meant by the monkey suit by the police outfit,
Oh, right.
So if he called me in the studio for security, I had to have the suit on, if not, I could blast for not having it on.
Right.
It's like the same thing. I had to call him daddy at certain points in time.
Whoa, yeah, that's.
You don't remember that point or no?
No,
it was like every time I answered him, I was like, "Yes, daddy."
That's degrading.
Well, I mean, it was a gimmick, and he always thought, Bubba always thought, he's like, is that sort of, are you mad, Bubba? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I'm cool, whatever. I was sort of aggravated with the whole police outfit thing because it was
that would be fine.
It was sort of taking me away from what I had to get done because I had a whole list of things I had to get done.
Sure.
Throughout the show, and the main show was the main show. You had to be ready for it, but at a certain point, everybody has a meltdown. I've seen Bubba have a meltdown before. I've seen 25 have meltdowns, Manson have meltdowns. Everybody has a meltdown.
Yeah.
you know, it happens. I mean, I'm sure it happens with every radio place, but I know it happened there. I've even seen, what was it? Like Pantera and B Fudd get into a huge fight in front of what's the guy that used to play for the Bucks? He's a black guy, and I can't remember his name.
Sap.
No, not Sap. This is way after Sap. Ian Beckles.
Okay.
Met Ian Beckles. He came in. He was gonna be on the air with Bubba, and I think it was Pantera and B Fudd had B Fudd was just digging at Pantera, you know. Until finally, when Ian Beckles saw that, he was waiting in the lobby area before, not even the green room, that's the lobby area, the main entrance when you walk in the studio, you know.
Right.
That separates between the green room and the bullpen.
Right.
So then he was sitting there in the chair, and we're like, we're going to get you right on the air. I'm so sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so then finally he just got up and he left.
No way.
Yeah, he left right out of he saw that whole thing go down and he left. You know, I think he went to 102.5 The Bone.
No.
Yeah, he went over there and got a show over there. But yeah, like it got so bad between B Fudd and Pantera, you know, outside the studio, that Tom Bean had to come down and yell at B Fudd directly. Like, I heard him all the way. Like, you know, remember where my office used to be over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard him yelling through there.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you piss Tom Bean off, that's it. You know, that's.
So was this on the air that they started fighting?
No. This.
Oh, good.
This started, if I remember correctly, I think Pantera. Like, you gotta understand. Like, I don't know if this has happened in, you know, different other radio stations per se, like, you know, 102.5 The Bone or, you know, whatever. But, you know, there it's, at least from my experience, it was a very keep your head on a swivel type of 4 hours. You know what I mean? From like 6 to 10, you know, you kept your head on a swivel no matter what you're doing. You know, whether it's editing audio, listening to audio for best of or whatever, you kept your head on a swivel, you know, because if Bubba wanted you in the studio, you better be ready to go in the studio. You know, like if you're taking a dump, you better pinch it off even if you're halfway through it.
Jesus.
You know, because, you know, and not to say that that's mean or nothing, you know, from Bubba. It's just that, you know, what people understand is you only have certain, like you have 8 segments, right? And so you have, you know, you time out your first 2 or 3 segments in the morning, and then as the morning drive goes on and gets heavier and heavier, then you start going into, you know, your longer segments, you know. So then if, you know, your host is on a roll and he needs certain people at certain times, you got to be ready for that.
Right.
You know. Like, and again, he would understand if, like, you were in the restroom and, you know, you had to finish up, you know, fairly quickly, because it, you know, doing a show like that, you don't really have time to waste, you know.
Of course.
Because if not, you'd be losing your sponsors. But yeah, so I think they got into it about something about Pantera was like, all you ever do was just sweep and vacuum and, you know, you just watch people do their work and you irritate people. You don't even do anything. And I think Pantera was like, in my opinion, in my viewpoint, I think he was sort of like getting tired of B Fudd, you know.
I see. Yeah.
And because B Fudd, from my experience and knowing him, you know, he could be a little bit, you know, annoying, you know, and very underneath your skin. Like he used to call me, I think either BB or something like that. But I would just sort of keep it really short with him and not really say much to him, you know, because I know he's an instigator, and, you know, no matter what says behind the scenes, it always gets back onto the main show. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, that's what its whole thing's about. It's about driving content, you know, so that was the whole big deal.
Of course, yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it's part of the whole gig. But I really enjoyed working for BRN, to be honest with you. As stressful as it was, I enjoyed doing it. It was a very entertaining and very learning experience. Not only did I learn from, you know, Caveman, Blitz, 25 Cent, Manson, who else was there? Fivehead, Jabberjaw, Pantera. Who
Well,
else?
Bubba himself too.
Well, Bubba was the main one. I wanted to say Bubba for last because Bubba was the, was sort of, I kind of formatted the show that I had on the BRN, what was it, Bubba One, or I can't remember, Bubba.com or Bubba, whatever it was called, right? I sort of geared it, kind of formatted, like his show, basically, like real talk, kind of like, ribbing each other type of thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, a lot of the things that I did learn directly was from listening to him and watching him how he does the board, his sort of OCD-ness, stuff like that. Because like I like the studio, pitch black, and he likes the studio pitch black, because to me, I think that I do a lot better when all the lights are out, and I'm a lot of show hosts like to do a show to see people, but I like to do the shows to where I don't see anybody.
Huh.
Right
on.
And
I mean, my lights are on.
Well, and I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just that you get a better reaction if you don't see the person face to face as I'm talking to you, and it's if I'm putting you on the spot about something, you have a better reaction to it than if I'm just like looking at you, and just talking to you. Does that make sense?
I mean, in a way, but
Yeah.
sometimes that intensity of that eye to eye is what you're
Yeah,
looking for
it
too,
works
though.
too. But then also
Yeah.
too, it I guess in different aspects, arguably it sort of works in either perspective.
Yeah, sure.
Like sometimes when I was doing my show on there, I would stand up, from time to time to talk to the guest or whatever. But like I've only been live behind the main show one time with Bubba, and he actually was like, "Hey, you want to come run the board for a while?" I'm like, "Sure." And he let me run it for like a minute or two, But still, that seemed like 4 hours, because you're
Because there's so much going on, right?
well, not only that, but you're like, I didn't touch anything computer wise. He just had me sit behind there because it was part of a bit that he was doing, and he had me talk on the air. But the thing is that in your mind, you're talking like you and I are talking, but in your mind, you got to think of like you're talking to like tens of thousands of people, all over the world. Like here, we're talking on YouTube, which this platform is geared to tens of millions of people all over the world, and at some point, people get like what's called Mickey Mouse, where they look at a camera and they just stare at the camera, and I just sort of stared at the microphone and sort of like gibberish mumbled.
I see. Yeah.
Because it just sort of hits you, it just sort of gets you. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this thing is like really happening. I'm talking to these people and they're listening to me. They hate me anyways, but I'm still talking to them,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get like when I do gigs, I get people all the time that say, "Oh, Bald Bull, you like suck on the microphone." But this other guy you had on there was great. And I'm like, well, thanks for listening. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so the BRN was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. Haven't talked to those guys in a while though. I did text Gabe.
I think you sound great on the mic, and I'm actually going to say this too, because remember last time I was like, "Hey, your mic's effing up on my end," and blah blah blah. Not anymore.
Well, I rearranged some switches on there to where it's a little bit,
Yeah,
nicer.
it sounds great. You're clear as day.
Am I really?
Yeah, clear as day.
Before we go, I don't know how long you have.
Yeah, I was trying to wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we go, I want to talk about Joel Weinkoop's film.
Okay.
It's called the Craig Long, Jesus Christ, I'm butchering it. God damn it. Craig
Is Joel
Long,
still on the line? How do
probably.
we pronounce this?
If you're listening, please correct me. But anyways, it's a new movie coming out, and it's about basically these aliens that come down during the COVID thing, and these guys have got to fight off the aliens. It's coming out hopefully sometime at the end of 2020. Basically, Joel just kind of did like what Rick Danford did, but visual-wise, he had people film their stuff and send it to him, and Joel's editing it and stuff like that, and he has about 4 hours worth of footage that he's editing.
Wow.
So he's trying to break it down to like 2 hours and 5 minutes. But I don't know. It's a lot of footage to go through. Like I had to do a scene for
That is
him
a lot of footage.
that
yeah.
was like a Zoom meeting of 16 different people, and I had to basically create a whole grid format for the whole Zoom meeting deal. You know?
Wow.
So check out Joel D. Wynkoop's The Craig Long Incident. Is supposed to be coming out the 24th. Well, it says 24th of August 2020, but that sort of passed. But coming out in theaters. It's
going to theater.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to theater.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know it's going to go to theater with all this stuff going on, but at the time it was going to go to theaters. But anyways, it's going to go somewhere in the theater. I think Joel's going to have some sort of premiere and hopefully get picked up with a bunch of different theaters across the country.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, there's a whole bunch of special effects in there too.
Nice.
It's got Kid Anthony II, Brooks Bailey, Rick Danford, Joe Division, Will DeVokes, Eric Danger, Sean Donahue, Finn Deaton, Nicole Floor, Bob Glazer, Sophie Deaton, Phil Herman, Russell Hess Cooper, and a lot more, to say the least. It's just got a full studded cast of nothing but star potential, with this film.
Well, great.
So check it out.
Great.
Joel Wynkoop's The Craig Long Incident. We're coming out here shortly. Just check it out on all the platforms that you go to. Just go to joelwynkoop.com and you can check out more of his stuff. He's done 80 movies plus. He's like the king of B movies, I think, what they call him.
I think that's what they call him.
I think that's what they call him, king of B movies. Listen, Joel is a lot of personality, so you kind of have to, kind of like, all right, this is how we're going to deal with Joel, here. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah.
So he's a lot to handle, but you know what? He's a good guy.
All right, well,
he's a good guy to film with, and a good guy to have a good friend around. So, man, we blew through these 2 hours, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did.
I'm trying to think of a closeout song. I haven't really thought of a closeout song.
I'm gonna make us an outro too. I was just thinking about that myself.
that would help.
I'll make us a little outro.
That would help. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of helpless here,
Yeah.
Tread water. That's what I do. That's what I sound like. This is from?
No.
No?
What is that?
Do you watch Broadway?
Do I watch Broadway?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Joel just chimed in. The Craig Long incident is pronounced the Craig Long incident. August. Oh, so it's August 21.
Oh, so we got another year.
2021.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Like Kill Bill, 1 of 2. So it's part 1 of 2.
Oh, I see.
So it's like Kill Bill, like part 1 of 2.
The plot thickens.
Yeah. So it's going to be coming out in August in 2021. Look for the Craig Long incident, presented by Joel Wynkoop and Wynkoop Productions. That's going to be a phenomenal picture. Don't forget to check out Rick Danford as well. Kind of feel helpless right now. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no outro.
No outro. It's from this is from the show Hamilton, the Broadway musical. You ever heard of the Hamilton?
I can't say that I have.
Really? Wow.
I know, I'm sorry.
This thing has brought in like millions of dollars.
Not mine.
This guy right here that's talking right now, he is probably worth like, the bazillion dollar range.
Okay.
Because just from this show alone,
Wow.
He wrote all the lyrics to it. Like every word that you hear, it's all musical. So he wrote every lyric.
Well, go get it, boy.
Yeah, man.
I love people that go for their dreams to succeed.
Could you do Broadway? Can I see you doing Broadway?
Like singing and dancing and stuff? Nah.
No, you couldn't do
not
that?
me. That's not me.
Why not?
I'm not saying I couldn't do it. It's just with practice you can do anything.
Could you see
with
me doing
want
that?
and desire you can do anything, and I feel like I just don't want or desire to do those things. Therefore, I would be bad at them.
Could you see me doing that?
I
Do it
think it would blow
Broadway?
my mind. It would blow my mind if I saw you doing that.
Bald bull in a dress doing Broadway?
I'd be like, and he wouldn't wear a dress for Bubba. That's what I'd say. I'd say immediately. I'd be like, this son of a bitch caused all this problem, and here he is in a dress.
I'm in a dress. All right, there you go. The Social Reload Show. Thanks to Matt, the savior of the show and the channel. I appreciate you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
doing 2 hours. Give great props to your bodyguard over there.
Yeah, he still kept me safe. I'm still alive.
We're gonna have to think of a name for him. Is he?
I mean,
Could
I
he do
call
a
him-
segment or no?
I call him Double Dizzle.
Double
or
Dizzle?
or Dizzle squared.
Dizzle squared.
You know, because Todd with the 2 D's.
Right, I got you.
So Dizzle squared or yeah, Double Dizzle.
Could he do like a little segment like, hey, if we have Double Dizzle coming to the microphone, what would
It's
he
the
say?
Double Dizzle corner.
Would he just say, hi, that's it?
He'd probably be like, yeah, hi.
Hey, at least it's better than the other guy you had on here.
Who, Matt?
Yeah,
Matt the Rat?
yeah. That guy from Roger Rabbit, the judge.
The judge. He was so... He actually... Oh, my God.
What?
I know we're going out, but you brought it up. Okay, so this is how we're going to close out then.
Okay.
That boy texted me today. Remember
Did
how
he
we were
really?
just talking?
Yeah,
I was like, I
last week we were
haven't heard
talking
from
about
him in forever. He'll
Yeah.
just randomly text me some crazy shit.
What did he
He
say?
texted me today. No, it was nothing crazy. He just got a new phone number.
Oh.
But
He said,
but
hey,
how
man, how you
random.
doing?
if I respond to it, it will immediately be some. You know what? Maybe that'll be a segment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting
How about-
together a laundry list of these
Oh.
crazy texts, and we could say it'll be
Oh, you know what? I got something even better.
a Matt the Rat report.
No, I got something even better.
What?
Oh, hold on for a minute. Oh, hold on. Check your phone.
Okay.
Check your phone. Because I know we're going a little bit late, but stand by. So my idea is that I have this little thing on here. No. I have this little thing on here, right? That I could dial it in, right?
Okay.
And then listen. I want you to listen to this real quick. Hold on, let me switch this out. Hold on. I know we're going long, and I apologize.
Yeah,
Thank you for your lovely person over there that let you go.
Yo, hey. So you the one who hit my car?
Oh no.
Yeah. You want to try it?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Text me his number. Text me the number, and I'll put it in there. But it's like
It's
this.
worth it.
Watch
It's
this whole
worth it.
little. Watch this one.
Do you guys have any toilet paper? Toilet paper. I need some right now.
And then you got.
Oh, well, I'm just asking you to bring some over. Wait, this isn't Ronnie?
Hello. Hi. I was just calling because I live down the street from you and your daughter come to my...
Yeah, it's
Oh, this is gonna
like
be great.
like here's one.
Which
of the
one do you want to
reactions.
do?
Hello, this is Harold Wong from Wong Chinese. I have an order of orange chicken, beef broccoli, a sweet and sour chicken lo mein, and order of ribs. It's ready for you to pick up.
I didn't know that.
What? This is the number you gave me for order. Your order has been ready for half an hour.
This is not my number.
No, please, no. This.
But yeah, that's.
Well, we can't have somebody responding though.
Yeah, we can. They won't know who it is.
Well, no. I mean, he needs to be. He's going to be responding.
That's what I'm saying. They talk to him through the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? So
Yeah.
it'll even try to respond to him?
Yeah. Like once. That's why there's a pause in it. Because it's all done
Stunning.
live.
All right, you got the number?
No, hold on. Did you? Hold on. I got it right here. Okay, hold on.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
I gotta hold on. I don't even know what to do. I mean, there's a where's my paper, Chinese buffet, credit card fraud, the annoying kid. Let's see, radio. You want to do radio giveaway?
Hello
Yes.
there.
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
How
So
are
much
you?
yes.
or how about this one?
Hello. How you doing this fine day? Well, that's good to hear. I'm calling to ask your support for Donald J. Trump. Y'all know he's a hip.
Oh.
Or this one.
Well, it's too late for that.
Hi, this is Bradley from Sports Limited. I was wondering if you'd like to buy a magazine subscription.
No.
No.
He'll just hang up on that.
Oh, okay. So which one do you want to do? Like there's a tax refund guy.
Oh no. We can't do that one because that'll be like.
Hello,
Let's-
this is an automated message from the Insider Revenue Service. Our
No.
records indicate that you have overpaid your taxes this past year by $4,000. Please listen carefully to the following options. Option A95K3. Transfer the outstanding amount of...
Hello? Hey man, are you hitting up my girl on Instagram? Yeah, I'm legit looking at the DM right now.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Send her your number too.
Do you want to do the radio one?
Yo, who are you?
Let me hear the radio
I'm
one
just
real
gonna
quick.
tell you once, straight up.
This is DJ Mike on the afternoon drive show from Light
Can't be-
FM.
it's 11 o'clock at night.
FM.
Oh, you might think it's a gimmick.
Yeah, he'll definitely.
Hello?
Yeah, I mean, I would know it was a gimmick. It's 11 o'clock at night. I don't know
Hi,
that
my
he
name
would.
is Matt. I'm calling from the cable company. Just confirming that a
He doesn't have
repairman will
cable.
be over to your house.
Oh. This is going real bad, real south.
No, it'll be great though. We
I'm
just
trying to
gotta
find
the right
one. Yeah, I'm trying to find the white one that's how about this one?
Hello. This is a pre-recorded announcement.
No. What about this one?
Yo, hello. Your call's blocking mine.
No, I
No.
doubt he has a car.
Oh man. What would be his
What was
thing
that?
to
What was
do?
that other one that was like? You played one earlier, like one of the first couple that you played, and
Which
it was
one?
like I was like, yes.
You hit my car?
No.
Hello?
Oh, are you the one that hit my car? Yeah,
Yo,
yeah. Do
hey.
that one.
So you the one who hit my car?
Yeah, yeah. Do that
Okay,
one.
you want to do that one? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
You think
Well, you
think
left
he'll-
your phone number.
You think he'd be like really pissed?
Well, I don't know. I just want to. I think he's gonna try to explain himself. Be like, no, I didn't.
So should I put the one first or the area code first?
Oh, I don't think any of that matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's still Florida. It's
Yeah, I
like
got you.
Brooksville.
One.
Three. Just do
four.
the 352.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do all that. Hold on. I didn't do that. Oh, jeez. What's going on here? All right, let me try this. All right, so I got that number. Let's see.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to hear it, am I?
Yeah, you are,
Oh, okay.
but you can't respond. Like I'm gonna mute your mic and my mic.
Okay. Perfect.
That way he can't hear it. Cause
But I'll be able to hear him.
yeah, you'll be able to hear him.
Okay. Okay.
You'll be able to hear him. All right, let's see what happens. Now, if he answers, I'm gonna
So
mute.
if I laugh and stuff, he won't be able to hear me.
No, I'm gonna mute. I'm
Okay,
gonna mute
okay.
everything to
Okay,
where all
great.
you hear is just hear the thing.
Okay. Great.
Hold on. Oh, it's too late to send a call. God damn it.
Why?
You're the person you are calling may be asleep. Please wait another 7 hours and 40 minutes to make the call or get.
No. Make it an emergency call. If you do it a couple times in a row, it should patch it through.
You can't.
What do you mean? Why?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, it says it's too late.
I know. Just do it a couple times in a row, and it'll think it's an emergency, and it'll patch it through.
Oh, you've done this before?
Well, I mean, that's how like iPhones and shit work. Yeah. Like
Oh.
I could put it on sleep mode where it won't go through, but if you called me repeatedly, it would think that there was an emergency and let it through.
Yeah, it's not going through. Damn. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it just comes saying it's too late.
Here, hold on.
It's too late. You know, that's the whole thing. That's
Hold on.
okay. I'm holding.
I'm gonna try to see if I can't open his phone real quick. Hold on.
How do you what? Boy, how do you the things now you unlock people's phones and from different phone things. I don't get that. That's sort of creepy. What happens if you try to call him?
I just did. It's ringing.
Oh.
I hung up because it won't. He's gonna try to call me right back. I bet.
Yeah, it says it's too late to send call. The person you were calling might be maybe asleep. You have to wait 7 hours. Maybe that's for the program. I don't know. Let me try. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if your theory is correct. Yeah, I did the same thing when I dialed my number too. I thought
It says
it's there. People are asleep.
with an automated message or something.
Yeah, it's.
Did it ring at all?
No, I'm gonna send you the link. You know what I mean? To the website.
Right.
But I don't know. God, that was such a great rib too.
Man.
That'd have been so cool to do. Let me see.
Damn, that was like the story, man. I'm all high and dry.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of.
All right, so we need to do that earlier in the
Pre-recorded.
show
Yeah.
or before the show, and just have it recorded and ready to play back.
I just sent you the whole thing,
Okay, cool.
the whole website.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That would have been a great rib to do.
Yeah, I might have to do that, and then we'll have it recorded,
Yeah, we'll do that.
and we'll
for next show.
play it on the air or whatever, and play the playback.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Matt, the savior of the channel. I appreciate it, my friend, for doing the show.
Always, man.
Social Reload Show. It's where we talk about different subjects that come across the internet. Talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes, sir.
Just talk about anything and everything, That's the way we sort of dig the show. That's how we do it. That's the way we do things around here. We're different. Thank you to Joe Winecoop for chiming in. Thank you for Rick Danford for allowing us to talk about his, No Sleep Tonight. Don't forget to check out the Craig Law Incident presented by Winecoop Productions, directed and starred and produced and written and edited by Joel D. Winecoop, the great. Don't forget, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. is going to be just on Bulls Radio Lounge on YouTube.com. It'll be Bull and the Bartender Show, starring me, Mark the Bartender, and Jazz, as we bring to you more bar talk, more craziness, and again, just talking about life. That's how these shows are. Other than that, that's all I got. You got anything?
I think we're good.
Think we're
Social
good, too.
Reload Show.
Thank you to Dead Cry for You as well, the bouncer of the Social Reload Show. He is our official bodyguard.
The Double Dizzle.
The Double Dizzle. He said, great show. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for all the listeners, the 3 listeners, and everybody who listens on the replay. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you to Chewy Rocks for being the executive producer of the channel. I appreciate everybody that puts their time and effort into these shows, past and present. Stay tuned for more shows. Probably starting next week, maybe tomorrow, is going to be Bull's Thoughts, which listen, if you hit the notification bell, if you hit the subscription bell, you'll be able to get the show. You'll know when it comes on. It might be 5 minutes, it might be 10 minutes, it might be, hell, even an hour. Depends on how I feel. So
how many thoughts are coming through?
How many non-conscious thoughts is coming through my head while I'm drinking? Got a bottle of Bacardi right next to me, drinking while I'm trying to speak on the air.
There
It makes
you
for
go.
a great show. So just check that out. Bull's Thoughts, anytime, any place. I might be broadcasting, just sort of spewing out my nonsensical madness on the air. So, thank you guys so much. Matt, thank you so much for doing the show again. I appreciate it, my
yes.
friend. Everybody, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, smash it. Hit that notification bell, smash that as well for new shows. And we'll see you next week. Same
Next week.
time, 9 p.m. Social Reload Show on Sunday night. Bulls Radio Lounge, only on YouTube.com. You good, bud?
Go get you some.
Go get you some. That's what he says.
Go get you some.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you, my friend.
Later.
All right, peace out.